Welcome, friends, to our Friday's practice titled Yoga for Stress Reduction. So before I begin to open up class, we're going to be using a couple of props today. We're going to be using a chair and or an ottoman, and make sure you have a couple of pillows around for later on during the class, and possibly a regular size block if you have it. Okay. So today's class, we are going to be diving into that traditional Chinese medicine fire element. So the fire element, when it's centered or imbalanced, is a loving, compassionate heart. It's nurturing for ourselves and others. So the place I want to start with today is sitting down on a cushion in a breathing practice. So welcome to class, and I have nicknamed this class Practice the Pause. So give yourself time to set up your legs. Okay, so comfortable cross, anything that is going to make below the belly button in a place of ease. We're going to start with using the senses. We're going to start with the sense of touch. When we can start to practice the pause, we can integrate that present moment experiencing. So the senses are a quick avenue how to do that. So take the left hand right above the collarbones and then lightly pull down on the neck. So you're going to feel the flesh at the neck lengthen a little bit. Okay, now simply notice the touch. Right? Notice the touch of your fingertips or your palm pulling down on the skin. Okay, now begin noticing the quality of your breath. So when we become aware of that present moment mindful experience, then we can adapt the practice. So notice where your breath is and see if you can soften into the belly just for another 2 breathing cycles. Just let everything soft and easy. Okay, pause there for a moment. And that heart meridian is reflected through your hands, your arms, your shoulders, your upper back and chest. So let's make some space for the heart starting in that area. Turn your nose over to the left. And then let's pay particular attention to breathing in and out through the nose. So place the tongue lightly at where the teeth meet the gums. Let the mouth be closed. And take 3 soft breathing cycles here. And then release the head back into neutral, release that arm down by the side. And then we're going to stay in that left shoulder. Move the shoulder up and down. Maybe notice any sounds inside the body as you lift the shoulder up and down. Okay, now let's practice the pause. When you're ready, pull the shoulder up towards the ear. Hold it there for a moment. All right, let your breath be soft, just easy breath in Easy breath out. I just notice any tension or tightness. I notice a little bit in my neck and at my upper back area. Okay, in the softest, most gentle way you can, come back into neutral, let the head come up and lower your shoulder. Nice and easy, soft and slow. Okay, that compassionate mudra, fingertips on the other side below the collarbones or right at the collarbones. Okay, sense the touch. And now let's anchor into that present moment experience, which is wonderful for our nervous system, with allowing your eyes to settle down somewhere in your line of vision. And then maybe you notice a pattern, a color, an object. All right, so anchoring into the present moment using your eyes. Okay, let's make some space for the heart. Turn your nose over to the right. Turn your attention inside of your mouth and place the tongue at the back of the teeth. Okay, notice the sensation inside of your mouth as you begin soft belly breathing here. Okay, release out of that, relax the hand down, and then let's make some space at the shoulder on the right. A couple of movements. All right, so notice any crunching, any noise internally with the bones. All right, maybe you notice the sound of your breath. Okay, now let's practice the pause. Pull the shoulder up. Okay, I notice as soon as I pull my shoulder up, I hold my breath. So soften into your breath, easy in. All right, so stay in the mindfulness of it. Where's the sensation? All right, what's the body's experience? Okay, now here's the repatterning. When you're ready, let the head and shoulder come back into neutral slowly. All right, so feel the head rise, feel all the muscles of the shoulder begin relaxing down. Okay, use your line of vision. So once again, focus on a space in front of you and take 2 breathing cycles here. Okay, let's turn our attention to our hands. Interlace your fingers. I'm going to turn myself slightly sideways. Okay, interlace your fingers so your palms are facing towards your heart, and then send your fingers directly out in front of you. Okay, so notice the sensation at the wrists, right? That's part of that heart area. Notice the sensation at the upper back. So as we practice this yoga for stress reduction, reduce the efforting. So the arm is reaching out from the heart, but it's not a really big effort here. Okay, so now we're going to take this hand position and start to reach the arms upward. Okay, go to your heart's content. So maybe you're just reaching up at that 45-degree angle, or maybe you're reaching up at that 90-degree angle. So find some place where your shoulders are comfortable, because we're going to practice the pause here with a breathing cycle. Okay, so inhale into your body. See if you can soften through the belly. And then as you exhale, hug the belly in, that diaphragmatic breathing to regulate on the parasympathetic portion of the nervous system. Inhale, soften the belly. And this time when you're ready to exhale, release your hands down and twist to the left. Okay, turn the attention to how you're breathing. Place the tongue at the back of the teeth. Right, so when the body starts to become stressed, one of the typical patterns that I see is mouth breathing. Right, I noticed that when, for a very long time, when I would be exercising, when I would be challenging my body, I would drop into a combination of mouth breathing and nose breathing. And so we want to break those habits so that the nervous system doesn't get agitated. Okay, release off of the twist. This time as you interlace your fingertips, you're going to place the palms pressing forward. All right, so press your palms forward. Okay, once again, go into the body sensations. So maybe notice your wrists, your upper back and shoulders. Okay, now choose. If this is comfortable, begin reaching your arms upward. Right, staying connected to self-care without overreaching, right? So that heart can be overextended. Okay, so here's practicing the pause. Inhale, soft belly. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, soften, just notice. Okay, and as you exhale, begin releasing your hands and twisting over to the right. And so sense your shoulders, relaxing back and down. And then once again, turn your attention to the quality of your breath at your nose. All right, so your breath will reflect the mind quality. So the more that you can smooth the breath out, it starts to slow the brain, that overthinking, out of balance, heart-mind connection. Okay, so let's release out of the twist and send the legs long. And so pay attention to the knees, give the joints a little self-care after having your knees bent, maybe massage the knees. Okay, this is where you're going to have an option to use the block in the second round. If you have that, just put that aside. Okay, this is where it's going to start. Reach your arms by your side, retract your shoulder heads, and then bow your head towards your heart. Notice the quality of your breath as you're here, as you're stretching your legs. And so when that heart energy is off balance, it can become impatient. And so offer yourself patience here and a little kindness. Okay, let's begin the series. Draw the heels back in towards your body, and this time firm your arms by your sides or behind you. Right, so the shoulders a ball joint, find a position of your hand that allows the body to be comfortable. Now firm your arms, okay, so you're going to feel a little pressure on the wrists. Option to stay here with firm arms or to lift into tabletop. Okay, so choose a position that makes sense for you. And now drop into 2 more breathing cycles. Okay, notice the sensation, offering yourself care. If you need to come down, please do. And once again, lower down. Prop back up on fingertips, so little spider fingers. Adjust your legs wide, and then come into a little bit of windshield wiper. Just moving in a relaxed way. Okay, so for this next round, we're going to increase the sensation of the body. And remember to listen to your own heart in what's going to work for you. Okay, I'm going to come off of the prop because I'm seated on a pillow. Let the legs come out straight again. And this time, if you have a block, place it on the medium side in between or just above the knees. And then we're going to return to fingertips behind you lightly. Okay, so retract your shoulders so it's a chest opener. And now begin squeezing the block, so isometrically, toning the muscles. If you don't have a block, that's okay. You're going to put ankle to ankle and squeeze your inner thighs together. Okay, so all we're doing is grounding down and activating through the legs. Okay, dynamic stillness. Okay, notice the finding the making friends with the effort, so not over efforting, but giving it a little bit. Okay, so release the gripping in your legs. Once again, let your hands settle back down to the earth. Lean back, pull your heels in. And then option to lift into tabletop or to stay here. Okay, the cues are all the same. So pelvis down or pelvis up. Firm your arms. Squeeze your legs together. Okay, and if you don't have a block, that's okay. Come inner edges of your feet together and squeeze the legs together. Okay, isometrically, creating a little bit of endurance. One more breath. Release everything down, release the block, and then once again, come into that windshield wiper. So as you move from side to side here, notice your breathing. I noticed I dropped into a little bit of mouth breathing. All right, so just notice what it is for you. All right, practicing that pause and reflect, we can assess and then adapt. Okay, release the movement, sweep both legs over to the left, and then let your weight drift slightly into your right hand. So I'm up on spider fingers or a cupping finger to help with the lift here. And then once again, we're going to turn to a somatic movement to release the tension at this shoulder, neck, and chest area. So take your left hand up and over the head. So as we come through this movement, relax the head, relax the neck, and use your hand to guide. So let's use the hand to guide over to the left. All right, maybe notice any of the sounds. And then nice and easy, guide it over to the right. Use your eyes to anchor yourself in the present moment experience. Okay, the more that we can anchor, we're in the ventral vagal portion of the nervous system, that place where we're connected, we have a sense of belonging. And we're able to care and nurture ourselves and others. Okay, release the movement, lean back, and then feel the stretch of the quadricep on that left leg. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. So we want to open the chain from above and from below. Okay, let's set up the series on the other side. Swing your legs over to the right. And let your weight drift into your left hand just a little bit. So consider this the supportive nature here. All right, so not trying to make yourself upright, just find a comfortable place. And then left hand goes over the head. Okay, now smooth the movement out as you guide your head from one side to the other. And as you guide your head from one side to the other, notice how the body starts to accordion from side to side. Right, so the whole body starts to organize and work together to release the tension line. Okay, and then notice this side has more ease or less ease than the other side. Right? The more that we can understand the cues from our body, release the movement, lean back. Understand the cues of our breath, of how we're breathing, or begin to notice when the mind is running. Anytime we're able to practice the pause in those areas, we can adapt and make a choice for self-care. Okay, start to notice the stretch of the quadricep on the right. You know, if it's comfortable for you, you can lean back a little bit more. Okay, just find a place where you can feel the opening of the leg muscles to the hip. Breathe. Okay, let's slowly release out of this position and then come directly down onto the belly. So back bending is one of the areas of care for that heart meridian. So give yourself some time, come on down to the belly, reach your arms forward. So make sure that there is room for your shoulders and room for your heart. So maybe arms in like a V position, and then let the head come down to the mat. Okay, maybe relax your elbows down to the mat for a moment. And sense yourself belly breathe here for another round. Just inhale, soft belly, connecting to the diaphragm. And then once again, as you exhale, hug it in. And now let's explore the first back bend. Inhale, press your palms and lift your head. Look forward. Maybe lift your elbows. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. So simply notice where the sensation is. Okay, so you might notice the legs engaged or the arms engaged. Using your eyes once again to drop into that present moment. So notice something about where your eyes are looking. Using the senses to quell the mind. Okay, nice and easy. Lower everything down. Turn your head to the right. Pull your arms closer to your body. And then maybe notice a little bit of thumping deep in the belly as you begin toning on that vagus nerve. Right, the vagus nerve starts to engage to balance the sympathetic nervous system from the back bend. Right, so just notice. Okay, one more back bend exploration. Slide your hands out forward, or out as before. As you keep your head back into neutral, press through your palms, and then find a comfortable back bend. Okay, so once you find the lift, this time soften your legs and let your head relax. Okay, maybe even shoulders coming towards the center line. Okay, just notice the sensation in the body. Make any small adjustments, so maybe you lower down a little bit or reach your hands a little bit further. Or maybe you do the opposite and walk your hands in towards your body for these last 2 breaths. Okay, notice if your nose breathing. Okay, lower the elbows down, pull your elbows close to your body, turn your head in the opposite direction. And then one more time, explore your breath here. Inhale, press the belly button into the earth. Notice your heart beating. And then exhale, hug it all in. All right, so feel the expanse of your breath. Okay, we're going to make that transition upward. So let the head come back into neutral. Pull your body or pull your elbows by your sides and peel up. Shift back into a variation of child's pose where you drop to your elbows. Okay, so just let the head dangle free here. We're just moving slowly upward. Okay, coming up to all fours. Maybe take a couple of rounds of your natural cat and cow here. Just feel the spine moving with ease. Okay, release the movement and then draw yourself over to the prop. I'm going to pull my ottoman close by. So this is where we're going to introduce the prop to enjoy a downward facing dog. So the chair, an ottoman, begin placing your hands, you feel sturdy, and then walking your feet wide, lengthening out through the back. Okay, so consider this room for your heart. And just let the head dangle a little bit. Okay, soften your knees a little bit. So we're finding comfort here. So this idea of learning to nurture and care for ourselves, like a compassionate practice. And then let's turn the breath to, or let's turn the pause into the breath. So when you feel ready, inhale, soft belly. Exhale slowly. When you finish your exhale, pause for 2 beats. And then inhale just simply lets the breath drop in. So welcome it in softly on the inhale. And same thing, slow, languid exhale, hold for 2 beats at the end. Okay, let's add just a little bit of movement here now. Shift your weight forward to your variation of strong arms. So begin pressing through your arms. Maybe you drift forward into a more like a plank pose. But again, not trying to over effort, just let it come to you. And then shift back and forth. So let this be the movement. Okay, nice and easy. Shift the body back and shift the body forward. Make sure to firm your arms when you move forward. So moving in a relaxed way. And the next time you shift back, bend your knees generously. And then just notice how the stretch changes here. Okay, so with the knees bent, you've taken the hamstrings out of it. And now you might feel more stretch in the back, right? A comfortable stretch in the back. Okay, slowly begin lifting your head. Walk your feet in just a little bit. We're going to drop into a supportive lunge or lizard pose. Step the right leg forward and out to the side of the prop. Okay, make adjustments with your back leg so you can bend into the front knee. And then lots to do to make this comfortable. Maybe you stay lifted. Maybe you drop to your forearms. Okay, so tune into that front knee. Maybe shift your weight backward a little bit. Or if it's comfortable, shifting your weight deeper. And then pause here in that open awareness of the body sensation. What do you notice? Okay, if you've dropped to elbows, come back up to the palms. And then begin lengthening out through that front leg. Shift your weight back and find that variation of a pyramid pose. And then once again, let the head grow heavy with gravity. Right, so releasing tension from the neck and the upper back. Right, notice how you're breathing. Maybe slide that tongue to where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Okay, release out of the stretch, step forward, and then once again, walk both legs back. Okay, let the knees be soft. And then let your weight shift from side to side. Feel your weight shifting from side to side, that present moment experience of proprioception. All right, connecting into the present moment of what's happening now. Okay, and as you begin to shift back in through center, if you'd like another round of strengthening through the heart, shift your body forward, firm your arms, go into a place that's comfortable, not trying to overdo, and shift back. Okay, to maybe take 2 or 3 more rounds just like that. Right, easy, smooth movement, creating a little bit of manageable strength. And then left leg steps forward and a little bit wide. Adjust the back leg. And then find your supported lunge. Maybe you're lifted, maybe you're lower down on your forearms. Okay, come back into the sensation of the body. And encourage the stretch to be enjoyable. And soften the breath. Notice any places of gripping and tightness, any places of openness and spaciousness. Okay, if you're like me on forearms, come back up to the palms. And then begin shifting your weight backward, lengthening out through this front leg. Okay, paying particular attention, not trying to hyperextend. So remember, the heart likes to overextend. So that'll show up in the body too. So maybe put just a little tiny bend in that front knee so you're not overextending through your hamstrings. This idea where we learn to balance the care for ourselves and the care for others. Okay, notice how you're breathing. Okay, so moving in a relaxed way, just soften both knees, step the back leg forward, and then draw yourself up to standing. Okay, pause here in Tadasana. You might maybe start to notice the energy moving around in your body. I'm going to turn myself sideways. So we're going to have a balance option. If you have a chair, you can use the top of the chair sideways to help with the balance. But let me show you where the options go. Okay, so we are going to be doing a twisting balance. So as we come into this posture, go I want to say mindfully and be gentle with yourself as you begin to bend the right knee. Okay, so heart is lifting upward. Maybe you can place your right foot on the chair or the ottoman. If that's not readily available, simply pick up your heel so that the energy is moving upward. Okay, so once you've set your leg and you stabilized, begin turning your belly button towards that bent knee. So it is a twisting standing balance. All right, so either taking support from the floor or from the prop. Okay, begin mindful of the mind dialogue. Just notice what's there. Take a breath in and notice. And then release. Let that leg come down. Okay, before we go to the other side, pull both shoulders up to your ears. Just take a breath in, opening the back of the heart. As slow as you can, lower your shoulders down. Okay, make space for your heart. Begin bending the left knee. Feel the energy moving upward or uplifting. Maybe you place the foot on the chair. Right, so no hurry. Once you feel stable, begin twisting your belly button towards that bent knee. Okay, use your eyes to anchor down or your drishti to anchor down. Right, so this side I notice that my body sways a little bit, so I have less balance on this side. Use your eyes to anchor yourself, and then just notice all the little adjustments. Right, notice what your breath is doing. Okay, let's release off of the twist. Place the leg back down, and then we're going to come straight down onto the mat. Keep the chair handy. And then come into constructive rest. Place one hand behind your head. So find the most comfortable one. One hand behind your head, one hand below the belly button. And then tune in. If the shoulders don't like that, that's okay. You can just leave both hands down. Okay, as you breathe in, arch your back. And as you breathe out, press your lower back into the mat. Start to feel those deep abdominal muscles engage. Lift your head 1 inch or just barely off of the mat when you finish exhaling. And then lower it down. Relax everything and pause. So just introduce the pause in between. Okay, one more this side. Inhale, arch your back. Slow, easy exhale, flatten your back, explore the depths of your exhale. And when you finish, lift up the head 1 inch. Relax everything down, let the arms come by your sides. And just drop into stillness here for a couple of breaths. Okay, so switch hands. Inhale and arch. Exhale, flatten the back. Finish the exhale, lift and pause there, 2 beats. Lower and relax. Okay, 2 more rounds. Just drop into your rhythm, feel your breath in your body. Just begin to turn inward to the sensation inside of your body. Right? Anchor into the present moment. You may start to notice as you become more present, your breath starts to deepen naturally as you become the observer of what is happening now. And when you've completed those rounds, release your arms down and then draw your body close to the support of the chair or the ottoman, and then place the back of your calves onto the prop. Okay, this is where the pillows come in handy. If you have a pillow that you'd like to put underneath your head, or if the chair is cold or hard, put a soft surface underneath the back of the legs. So have this idea where the legs are supported and they feel like they're floating. Right, so begin turning your attention to your nose. Maybe begin to soften your eyes. And turn your attention inward. What's here now? Use your breath to soothe your nervous system. Notice the temperature of your skin. And just come into open awareness to all the sound inside of the room. And differentiate a few quality of the sound. Sense the support of the floor. And let the weight of the body melt into the support. Turn your attention inside of your mouth one more time. Swallow. And so tune into your self-care here for a moment. If this feels comfortable, you can continue in the last portion of class, relaxing here. Or if you'd like to come to a more traditional Shavasana, just allow yourself to nurture what your being would like. Just allow whatever is here to be here. And see if you can turn your attention deeper, past the layer of thinking, past the layer of the outer body, and see if you can sense your vibration pulsing deep inside of you, your true essence. And begin calling yourself back to your body, maybe opening and closing your fingertips. And then decide, do you want to continue resting? Or maybe you'd like to join me with closing class with 3 chants of Om. Just give yourself a moment to decide. Right, learning to incorporate the pause so that we're better able to attend to our whole being in the present moment. Okay, formulate an intention to take with you. Prepare. Om. Om. Om.